Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica Emery, the Happy CEO Coach, coming to you with a video today to talk about going offline, which is what I'm about to do for the next, tomorrow is Wednesday, through next Monday. So I'm gonna take a solid 5 days offline to just literally take a deep dive and pour into my business. This is so good to do. And what I wanted to talk about today that dropped into my space is sometimes things happen, right, to us where you're kind of forced offline and you question and you start to freak out because you're like, what about work? What about all the things? This happened to me back in, I don't even remember what year, but at one point during my dental career, I fell walking into a garden party, beautiful party on the lakefront. We had to go around the house in the grass, and I had on like big wedges, which one of them took a divot in the grass, and I went down, and they went right down on my thumb and tore the ligament in between right here, between these two, like my thumb ligament right here tore in half. Now, let's keep in mind, I was a full-time dentist with a fee-for-service practice. Yeah, that meant with fee-for-service means I collected upfront in the beginning, so I did not have AR or accounts receivable with money coming in. So if I'm out of work, I'm out of work. So of course, I immediately started to think, oh my gosh, like I can't be injured, right? I'm like, I had pain shooting up my arm, and I was like, okay, it's probably like sprained. I don't know. I didn't mention it to anyone, but I went right to the bartender and I got a big cup of ice, and I tried to put my thumb on ice, but my thumb wasn't really, it was starting to actually turn black and blue. Wasn't really working. Anyway, I pushed through the discomfort. I tried to go to work. Again, I thought it was sprained. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be able to use it. I went to go do a block, and when you do a dental block in someone's mouth, you need to use your thumb literally to feel in the mouth for where you're gonna give the injection. And my thumb did not work. It was literally hanging, it did not work. And I knew I was in trouble. So I had to go get an MRI. And when the surgeon came in, which they wanted to do surgery, but then thank goodness, through people we knew, I ended up talking to somebody else and getting another consultation. And they said to do physical therapy and such, and wear the different braces, hand cast things. And anyway, the surgeon that came in said, 3 months. You're off for 3 months for healing. And I was like, oh, no. I don't think you understand. I have a business to run, and I have a team to take care of, and patients on the schedule. I have to work. There is no way. And he's like, sorry, but you're gonna have to figure it out. You're out of work. You can't go back to work. So when you're faced with something like that, right? I was like, oh gosh, I've got to figure this out, which my point is, not to keep you here all day on this video, I figured it out. And not only did I figure it out, but during that downtime, I felt amazing. I felt so energized and amazing. I wasn't sick. I literally just had an injury, a hand injury. During that time, I birthed a business. I birthed my digital media agency fully. Everything that I had desired, that I loved, that at that time Dennis had been asking me for, brand photo shoots. I was looking at websites and everything. I built a full digital media agency. Ended up meeting somebody as well that did websites. Everything that happened, it was unbelievable. It was just unbelievable how it all fell together and forward. And I came out of that time and the 3 months with a business. That business then grew me to my next level. And then the next break I had, which was quarantine, and again, I was forced out of business, I literally created another business. Having the quarantine dream moved me out of my brick and mortar businesses and into the online space full time. So what a gift. I'm getting blown up by messages right now. I have no idea what is going on, but it's such a gift. And so my message to you is, when things happen to us, and sometimes it feels like the entire world is falling apart, take a pulse for a second and realize that it is happening for you and not to you. And although you cannot see it right now, you will be able to see it later. And if you just trust the process and lean in and allow and go and flow, it will be a lot easier for you than pushing against it and feeling awful. And I know that it's really hard to trust, but I can promise you through riding the waves, right? Don't get stuck underneath the wave where, you'll keep hitting the ground. If you've ever surfed, you know what I mean. If you've ever surfed big waves, and you get pulled under one and there's this rocky, sandy bottom, like you just don't want to be under, right? You want to coast. You want to coast on top of the waves to the shore, and it will always lead you, guide you there. And the best things come out on the other side of, things that were put in our path. They're all things for us to learn from. So I just wanted to share that today because that's kind of wild in reflection. It kind of dropped into my space as, like I said, I'm going offline for the next several days. And I'm really excited. I've always gone offline for my business. Usually I go to Fort Lauderdale. I'll be here. But it's time. It's time to shed some old layers and grow some new wings. Here's the thing. We're here for expansion and growth, and I am feeling it. I'm feeling just this new birth, if you will, of a happy CEO, especially because I've been in my other businesses, and happy CEO is freaking joy and fun and passion. And I love, love, love seeing people in their power and just literally breaking through limiting beliefs, because that's all they are, elevating, just running through life super freaking lit up, right? Like fire, like a bonfire. Like it gets to be so good. Everything around us is literally beauty, and energy is everything. And I am so super pumped for Launch Lab and House of Happy, HAUS. House of Happy is where we're going to be playing as well. Oh my gosh, I've already created so many amazing things for that. The house component, there are rooms to the house that will have all of the categories of our lives that we'll be building in. I'll be teaching, and I can't wait. So I'll be offline creating, and we can only create when we are in a space. Like we create space. It's the only way that you can just use your imagination, because you don't have interruptions, to kind of visualize what it is you desire and want to do. And then it's a must, because it fell in for you, that you take the action steps and you start moving towards those things and you start creating those things. Now, they may work, they may not. If they don't work, you know what it means. It means that it's a redirection to the next best thing. So anyway, thanks for being here today for this video. I batched shorts for the next couple days because I'm here 365 to make sure I got it done. I batched shorts today, and they will be up over the next 5 days, because when I say I'm checking out, I am checking out. So I'll see you on the other side. I'll be back for one of these videos next week. Thanks for being here. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side for the next video next week.